Hello, this is Esther Uphammer-Lulich with Worship Now Here's How. Today I'm going to teach you about the sus chord. Sus is an abbreviation for the word suspended, or suspension. In classical music, a suspension is often used, and then it's resolved down to the note that's part of the chord, part of the triad. But in popular and jazz music, you will have a sus chord, and it may or may not resolve, okay? So it's just a nice sound that's added. The sus, or the suspension in classical music can go a couple different ways, but the sus chord for popular music is basically one substitution. So much like the two chord, the sus chord is just a simple substitution, okay? Please be sure to watch the video on major and minor triads as well as major and minor 5-finger scales, because that will help you to understand what I'm doing here. So again, we'll start with the group 1 chords. So if you start with your C major triad again, we've got C, E, G. And the easy, simple substitution we're going to do to make a sus chord is, instead of playing the 3rd note of the scale, we're going to play the 4th note of the scale, okay? So much like the 2 chord, the sus chord is just replacing the 3rd with the 4th instead, and the 2 chord is replacing the 3rd with the 2nd. Very simple, very simple. So our C sus is C, F, G, and let's go on to the other chords that are part of the group 1. So if our G major triad was G, B, D, we're going to just move that 3rd up, and then we have G, C, D, and that is our G sus chord. Now the F sus chord is going to be a little bit trickier, okay? In our F major triad, we had F, A, C. But if you recall, in our F 5-finger scale, we had a B flat that was on the 4th finger. So that means when we go to do our F sus chord, we have to include that B flat. Because if we just do F, B, C, it's going to sound bad, okay? So our F sus chord is going to be F, B flat, C. Okay, so don't forget that black key on the F sus chord. Moving on to our group 2 chords. Group 2 chords were white, black, white, having one sharp key or one black key in the middle. So the D major chord was D, F sharp, A. If we move that 3rd up to the 4th, now we have D, G, A. Nice, huh? Okay, so that's our D sus. Let's go to the A sus. So A, C sharp, E was our triad. If we move the 3rd up to the 4th, now we have A, D, E. Very easy substitution. The last one of group 2 is E major. E major was E, G sharp, B. We move that 3rd up to the 4th, and we have E, A, B. Very easy, okay? That's the group 2 chords. Then we have the group 3 sus chords, starting with D flat. Group 3, if you recall, was black, white, black. So starting with D flat, we have D flat, F, A flat. So if we go up to the 4th, goes up to a black key, we have D flat, G flat, A flat, okay? Makes a really nice sound, nice, very nice sound. Then we go to A flat, C, E flat was our triad. Go up to the 4th note of that scale, and we have, again, 3 black keys, A flat, D flat, E flat. That's your A flat sus. And the last one of that grouping is E flat. So E flat, G, B flat is your triad. And moving that 3rd up to the 4th, again, we have 3 black keys, E flat, A flat, B flat. So those all follow a wonderful pattern where they still stay the same. It's the sus chords become 3 black keys instead of black, white, black. And even the 3rd one follows the same pattern. Finally, we have the 3 oddball keys, group 4. Let's start with F sharp. So F sharp had 3 sharps in the triad. If we go up to the 4th instead of the 3rd, then we have F sharp, B natural, C sharp, okay? Moving on to B major. So B, D sharp, F sharp was our B major triad. And if we move the 3rd up to the 4th, now we have B, E, F sharp. Okay. And last but not least, B flat. We have B flat, D, F in our major triad. And if we raise that up to the fourth, we've got B flat, E flat, F. And that concludes the sus chords for all of the groups 1, 2, 3, and 4. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please click like and have a blessed day.